Well, hey guys, thanks for being here for the Weekend Extra. I'm Josh, and we're here with Pastor Ryan, and want to talk a little bit about John 6 and the miracle that Jesus did, feeding the 5,000. And really a big truth, Ryan, that I think we came to was Jesus is the only way. And a lot of times maybe we're looking just for that quick fix solution, and I have this problem I want dealt with. But really, Jesus is saying, no, I want all of you, and I am the only way. And I think that could be really challenging, even as we saw a lot of people turn away from him. And so as we are interacting with people and trying to really present Jesus fairly, but also know that it's a hard message, how should we really approach that?
It's a big question.
It is a big question.
It's a big question. Well, it is. It was offensive then, and it's offensive now, right? So to be able to, anytime you're saying this is the exclusive way, this is the only way, we're eliminating a bunch of options, and we're basically saying, in essence, this is right and this is wrong. At least that's how people tend to hear it. And so, I don't know, man. I don't think there's a right answer to that question, right? I think some great ways. I read this book called Questioning Evangelism this year, and it was really fantastic. And here's basically the premise. The guy looks at how Jesus interacts with people, and he said, what Jesus usually does is he usually leads with asking good questions.
Yeah.
Right, and trying to understand where someone else is coming from. Because one of the benefits we have, like if I'm a Christ follower, which I am, many of us are, is I have the benefit of knowing that Jesus is the only way. So to know that, I now know that there's going to be the other beliefs that I might have or hold, they're going to fall short, right? And actually, when you start to run down the road of those other answers, usually as you discover, like if somebody else is looking at another solution, you actually run into the problems as you're trying to discover the answers to the questions. You almost self-discover it. One of the big things, like I would call myself an atheist, and one of the things that I wrestled with was, like, why can't I perfect myself? Like, why is it that humanity has all of these unbelievable breakthroughs in technology? We put people on the moon, like we put jets in the sky. I mean, amazing stuff.
Yeah.
And yet we're still like having the same we still can't get along. You know what I mean? You're like, really?
Yeah.
Like, I can't get along with you. Seriously?
But all of these other things, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all these amazing advancements, and then you're like, wow, why is it that we still have that problem of I can't even perfect me, like, let alone make you do something.
Yeah.
And so I think that going down that road is really interesting. Like, why can't people be morally perfect? Why can't we do that? I think it's a super interesting question. And there's other questions like that, just asking and understanding what do you believe and why do you believe that? And how do you know that that's true? Not in an offensive way, not in an aggressive way. Really, that's super important. Like, in a genuine, I want to understand where you're coming from way. That was the stuff that was the most helpful for me. And I think most people, if they don't have a faith in Christ, they're pretty open to that conversation. Like, if you're actually a listener and you're not coming in with your agenda or your package plan to, like, I'm going to judo chop you to make you believe in Jesus. If you're genuinely having a dialogue about belief and what we actually cling to and hold to, I think most people are pretty open to that conversation and will share.
That's great. I think not only are people more receptive in those moments when you approach it that way, but really it's refining for me when I'm actually genuinely wanting to understand someone's need and their concerns and make Jesus the solution and be able to show them that he is someone who is worthy of their entire life. And it's refining to me, too, because it might not be something that I fully relate to. And until I understood them, was able to see how Jesus stepped in there. And so that's amazing. I love that.
Yeah, it is sharp. I love that you said it's sharpening, because usually sometimes we just grow up hearing stuff. I've seen this a lot with folks who grew up in church. You just have an answer, but you don't know why you believe it.
Right.
So when you're challenged back, you're forced to really think it through.
Absolutely.
And then I think everybody comes out better.
That's great. Well, thank you, Pastor Ryan, and thank you guys for tuning into the Weekend Extra. We'll catch you next time.